Hey guys, Trish here. So I thought I would do a quick comparison video on two rather popular concealers. The first one is Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer and the second one is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. Now, both of these have been having kind of a buzz going around that they're very similar. So I thought it was kind of interesting just because there's such a price difference. So if you can get the Maybelline Fit Me one for a third, even less of the price than the Radiant Creamy Concealer by Nars, then why not, right? So I have been using the Nars one for quite some time now. I love it for an under eye concealer. It is, well, it's like the name says, it's creamy, it's radiant, there's a lot of coverage, it doesn't crease, and it has a pretty long staying power. And what more could you need in a concealer, right? The only difference, well, not difference, but the only problem with this concealer is it's so expensive. It's something like $32, $34, which is, let's be honest guys, it's a little ridiculous for a concealer. And the Maybelline one, I think if you can get it on sale, is around $7.99 or $6.99, so it's awesome, right? Now, in terms of the concealers, the packaging, it's almost like they're wanting you to discover that they are dupes. Both have this long, slender packaging. Both have the doe foot applicator. The Maybelline one is probably smaller in terms of, let me zoom you guys in here. The Maybelline one is probably smaller in terms of the actual product, and even the doe foot, if you look here, there's a bit of a difference. Let me see if I can find if there is an amount on each one. Okay, so the Nars is 0.22 ounces and the Maybelline one is 0.23. So they're actually, even though packaging is a bit deceiving, they are basically the same amount of product. Now, I have used both now for quite some time. I have had time to test out the Maybelline one. In terms of coverage and consistency and all of that, they are very, very similar. I don't know if you can see this here. So the Nars is very moussey, very light, but a lot of coverage. The Maybelline is a bit wetter in consistency, but also the exact same amount of coverage. Both of them are the same in terms of longevity. I would say maybe the Nars has a slight amount more of coverage than the Maybelline. My biggest criticism about the Maybelline one is the lack of shade selection. In the Nars am vanilla, so almost the lightest color. I think there's only one lighter shade, and I picked the lightest shade in Maybelline and it's still too dark. It's too dark and too yellowy. I can try and get away with it when I'm tan, or if I have a setting powder that's a lot lighter, I can kind of mask the fact that it is a bit darker. I just would wish Maybelline would come out with more shade selections. If there was a lighter one than this, I would completely replace my Nars. So I would say, since I'm vanilla, if you are custard or onwards with Nars, then you can probably find a pretty good shade match in the Maybelline. There's, I think, only 4 or 5 shades in Maybelline, but in terms of the darkness level, you should be okay. So all in all, these two products live up to the hype of being dupes of each other. I think they are so similar, it's not even funny. And for the difference in price that they are, I would 100% recommend the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. It's definitely something worth trying out, and it'll save you a lot of money. So I guess I'll just have to bust out the self-tanner a bit more and be a little darker so I can use it more often. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye!